Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Anita and this is Sewing Yogi. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I am so happy. I've reached 100 subscribers and it may not be very many compared to any other vloggers, but I am over the moon with that. I didn't think I would make 100. So I'm so grateful to everyone who has hit the like button and subscribed. Thank you so very much. So Friday Sews is here again and the week has gone so quickly. I can't believe how fast this week has gone. So a few things that I've got to chat about today, some sewing things. So I'll start off with the t-shirt that I was going to make for my dad. Now I had a look at the pattern, and if you haven't seen my previous vlog, it was a t-shirt by Mimi G. I think it's part of a magazine that she may do. I'm not quite sure. It's so deaf, I think it may be. I'll put it along the bottom if I've got that wrong. But it's a t-shirt called the Westbrook t-shirt. Now I'd intended to make this for my dad. I previously made one for my husband. But then when I got to looking at the sizes, I found that it doesn't go up quite as big as I need it to for my dad. I thought, well, I've got to get another pattern. I've got to go and get a different pattern for him. But I didn't really want to have to hassle with buying a new pattern because I'm probably only ever going to make him a couple of t-shirts. So anyway, I had a look online. I typed in free sewing patterns for men's t-shirts. I stumbled across the t-shirt, which is the Green Creations Evergreen tee. And although the t-shirt isn't free on their website, I somehow managed to see on their page that if you put in a code, they've got a code on their website, and it's your first I think it's for your first purchase. I don't know if it's specifically for new subscribers. I can't quite remember. I'll have a look at that and put the link below as well. But if you had a code, you could get the t-shirt for free, and there was two t-shirts, one for a man and one for a woman, so you could either choose. You could have the free men's t-shirt, or you could go with the free women's t-shirt. So I thought, great, that will do me. It goes to the size that I need it to be. So downloaded that. Green Creations do an amazing thing now where if you print a pattern, you can specify which size you need. So it's called layering, if you've never heard of this. And you go on there and you can untick all the sizes that you don't need and just leave the sizes that you do need, and it will just print off those sizes for you, which is great in theory. However, I tried to get on the laptop and do this, did everything that they said, because they have got a little blog on there of how to print off and do the layering. Followed everything that they said. However, every time I got to the printing page, it wasn't allowing me to choose pages that I wanted to print off, because I wanted to print a test page first just to make sure the size was good. Anyway, I was on it for quite some time, looking at everything I could think of to see what was wrong, why it wasn't working. I got my husband to look at it, and he was like, well, it's because it's just one page. You have one of one page. I've got no idea why, but normally you should have one of, maybe it's 30 pages. Mine wasn't doing that. Mine just said one of one page. So it was taking the whole pattern as being one piece of paper. I don't understand why. So it could be that my printer's just a bit rubbish. I mean, it wasn't an expensive printer. I didn't go mad on my printer. I think I bought it in a Black Friday sale. It wasn't expensive. I just wanted a basic printer to do PDF patterns. So I wasn't willing to pay loads of money on a printer. But I still thought that's a bit weird. Why? And I mean, I've looked at everything I could possibly look at. So anyway, I thought I'm just going to have to, bite the bullet and actually print it off the way I would have done normally, the old style way of doing it. I started to try and stick it together. However, none of the lines were meeting up, and I did everything that they said on the website, but for some reason the lines weren't matching properly. So where you get the armhole and you get the lovely curve of the armhole, I had strange angular sort of marks that didn't create an armhole. So I was just like, oh, what the hell is going on here? Why am I having such a nightmare with this pattern? I emailed Green Style Creations and asked them what to do, because, you know, I didn't want to have to keep printing. I think I tried 4 times just to print off one specific page just to see if it was different or whether it was something I'd done. No, it kept printing off the same. So anyway, somebody got back to me super fast. I don't know if it was the lady who runs the company, I'm not quite sure, but someone got back to me really, really quickly and said that it was a common problem if you have a HP printer. And for some reason, HP printers have this problem where if you're printing in black and white, it will make all the curved lines turn into angular lines. So it was suggested to me that I print it in colour, and I also had to go into advanced settings and press print as image. Now normally with my HP printer there's a specific page that comes up when I go into it, which is a little bit simplified and doesn't give you all that you need. So I tried to find the advanced settings and there was nothing in there for the advanced settings. However, I had just previously downloaded the what's it called, Adobe Acrobat reader, so that I could try and do the layering printing, and if that didn't work, so I thought, okay, so I'll go into the Acrobat reader again to see if I can print this and look into advanced settings. So I did that and I found it. I found the advanced settings and I ticked the little box that said print as image, and I pressed the button, the little tick where it says color printer, and I just tested it on the one page that was the most obvious with the curve, with the sort of angular marks. Printed it in colour. It printed beautifully with the curved lines. However, my colour printing cartridge was running out, so I had missed out on the line that I actually needed. So it was a bit of I was pulling my hair out at this point. So I had to change the colour cartridge in the printer, then print it again, and it printed beautifully. So I just thought, what the hell? Has anyone else had this issue? Is it just me? But from the fact that the lady who emailed me back from Green Style Creations had said that this was a common problem. So I'm assuming other people have had this issue. But I'm just like, why would... there's obviously an issue with the program. There's obviously something wrong with that program, because majority of printers in the entire world are more than likely going to be HP printers. I know obviously there's other brands, but there's, you know, probably a lot of people out there who've got a HP printer. So I think that they need to sort that out, in my opinion. Eventually I got this pattern put together, and I have got a picture actually of the t-shirt itself. It's a lovely, just basic t-shirt by Green Style Creations. There's the line drawings, so you can have a short sleeved option, and then there's a long sleeved option with a little pocket, and all the reviews say that it's a really, really good t-shirt. It does have a crew neck, or you can have a little v-neck. So for my dad, I'm going with a short sleeve crew neck t-shirt. And the fabric that I'm going to make it out of, I didn't show you this last time, but I've already cut this out. Now the fabric I actually bought on eBay, and when it arrived, I wasn't that happy with the fact that it's quite thin. I mean, it would be beautiful fabric for a dress or something that's got a lot of drape to it, really flowy. It's not the greatest fabric for a t-shirt, but then as I bought it, I'm just going to do it anyway, and it can be his wearable twirl. So I'm going to send it to him when it's made and say, you know, tell me if you need adjustments to it, you know, longer, shorter, you know, a bit more roomy or less roomy, whatever he needs. Then I'll make him another one. I think that's probably the best option, because I don't really want to waste this fabric. So this is the fabric. It's just a cotton, it says it's a cotton jersey. However, to me, it feels like more like a viscose jersey. It's a nice sort of navy, deep navy blue, I would say. Now, it did say it was black, but I don't know, I just think it's got like a hint of blue in it. Might be my eyes, I don't know. But anyway, it's like a little white stripe through it. And I thought that would look really nice. I've seen my dad in similar style kind of t-shirts to that pattern. So I thought that would work for him. So yeah, I'm just going to give it a go and see what it's like. I mean, it is a very thin and it would be very, very drapey, I think. But, you know, as a summer t-shirt, where he lives down in the south east, it does get warmer, a lot warmer than it does where I live. So in the summertime, he might appreciate it being a little bit lighter and a bit flowier. He may not. He could wear it as a pyjama top, couldn't he? That's what I'm telling myself. He could wear it as a pyjama top. Yes, so I had some amazing, lovely comments from people, which was amazing. I love the comments. I love seeing what people think. And the encouragement, the lovely encouragement was great, because it seemed to strangely come on days when I was having my self-doubts. It was really strange that I had some comments about the Yolanda top, or the Jolanda top, on days when I was thinking, looking at it and going, oh, I'm still not sure, still not really happy with this. Then I'd have a lovely comment from someone saying that they thought it was really nice and it looked good on me, and I was like, oh, that's lovely to hear. It's a lovely bit of encouragement for me. And then I sort of think, oh, well, it's fine then. I just leave the thought out, leave that negative thought out. And yesterday I had a lovely message from a lady who suggested that I should do the pattern for the double gauze. So if you saw my last vlog, I had some beautiful pink double gauze, I can't get my words out. I had some beautiful pink double gauze, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. It's been sat there for a while now, and I just keep thinking, well, I need to make a summer top out of it, but I just don't know. And I had a pattern. I'll just grab the pattern. Now I think it's called the Sade blouse or the Sard blouse, I'm not quite sure, and it's by Named. And it was just a free pattern that I got from Simply Sewing. And again, yesterday I was having I still don't know what to do with that fabric. I still really don't know what to do with it. And literally about half an hour later, I read this lovely comment from someone saying the blouse would be really good for the double gauze. I was like, oh yes, maybe I'm just going to go for it. Maybe I'm just going to do that blouse, because I did have a thought of doing another pattern. And it is New Look 6560. I've seen quite a few versions of this beautiful top. Now I did have a think that I could try maybe make this pattern. Now you'll be able to see there, it's a lovely little wrap top, and you can do different versions. You can do one with long sleeves, a little gathered cuff, or short sleeve. I think that's the same one, and then one with a little ruffle on the front. Now I wouldn't do the one with the ruffle, if you know me and ruffles. So yeah, I wasn't sure whether, because I really like this one. I'm still yet to make it. I haven't made it yet. But it does say lightweight cotton types, double georgette gauze, lightweight linen types. So it probably would be okay in that one. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of yesterday. I was like, oh, which one? My brain's hurting. I can't cope. And yeah, so thank you, Dee, for sending me that message. It really helped yesterday. But also, Dee asked about the fabric that I get from my local market. Now, I haven't been to the local market since the end of October last year, because we went into lockdown in November and it hasn't been open since. But Dee was asking whether they sell online or they post internationally. Now, I had a look and I don't think they do. There was one market seller who did give me her card, and she does have a website, and I had a look on there. Now they're not a shop, they are wholesalers basically, and I had a look and they didn't have anything on their site that said that they sold internationally. However, they do sell to the UK, and I will pop the link down under the description for that. So yeah, if I've got any links that I find, I will put them down underneath for any of the shops. There's a couple of eBay shops that I know are from market sellers or wholesalers that I know are within my area. So yeah, again, I'm not sure that a lot of them will sell or deliver, or ship to the other countries. But I have found that Minerva are really quite good on their prices for their fabric. Their rayons or their viscose fabrics are quite good. They're quite reasonable. They have got some that are really expensive, but you know, majority you can buy some that are cheaper. I have purchased some from there that are cheaper. And then there's also another place in London, which quite a few vloggers have mentioned, and this is called Rainbow Fabrics. And again, I'll pop the link down underneath in the description. Now, they do sell and deliver internationally. So obviously the cost of the delivery will depend on where it's being delivered to, and obviously the weight. But you could check that one out, and they again have quite good reasonable prices for their fabric. They have a lot of viscose fabrics that are lovely, floral viscose fabrics, my sort of type fabrics. I always think it's my type of fabric. Anything with flowers on or any ditzy prints, that's me. Yeah, and they have a really good range. Now, a lot of them, when I looked on the other day, have sold out, but they are always putting on new stuff. So just keep checking it, I think, for that one. I know quite a few vloggers have bought fabric from them recently, and they are quite good prices. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you that little tip, that little bit of information for anyone that wanted to know. And yeah, other things I was thinking of actually mentioning this week was Sew Over It have released a new pattern. Have you seen the pattern and do you like it? I'm part of the VIP club, so I get to see the patterns the week before they are released. And so it was only yesterday that they released this pattern? Yeah, so I was not that enamoured with it, to be honest. I haven't really liked, I think, any of the patterns that they've released this year. I did quite like the jacket. I thought the jacket was quite nice that they had released last month. But I couldn't see myself making it anytime soon, so I thought I would leave it. I like the idea of making one, but I am a little bit put off with all the little gadgets that you have to use. All the hardware, all the little press the button things, and the you know, the eyelets. I've tried using the eyelets before and it was a complete disaster. I really didn't get on with them. So yeah, I was put off by that. But this pattern that they've just released, it wasn't really for me. It's jersey for one. I love a jumpsuit, but not in jersey. I don't think I'd ever wear a jersey jumpsuit ever. Although I may change my mind at some point, but I doubt it. I just don't think it would work for me at all. Not my body shape and my style. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. I can just have visions of me in that. I'm just thinking, no way. That's just not happening. So yeah, anyway, we'll leave that there. And then I'm going to show you an update on my spring dress. So I started to make my spring dress. And if you've forgotten what the spring dress was, it is this pattern here. I'll just grab it. I have it up there just to remind me what it's looking like when I'm trying to sew it up. But this is the spring dress. I have made the bodice and I've got the sleeves on. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is so, so cute. So I said I was going to make it in this little blue ditzy fabric. I've got the front panel done. A really nice way of sewing this. The way that this comes together is really lovely. Yeah, I just really liked the way that they did this front panel here, because obviously this is open and it's going to have ties that come around on the neck. It's a bias band neckline, and then the extra will become the cords. And this is finished really well. I really found that quite easy to do and a nice way of doing it. I've done something similar to that before, but it was never, I don't think it was as sophisticated as this is, and it was much nicer and cleaner, I felt. And yeah, it fits me beautifully. The bust starts perfect on me. I didn't have to move them. The sleeves are beautiful. They look so, so, so lovely. I absolutely adore this pattern. I'm going to make more of them for sure. Yes, you've got a lovely little bell sleeve. You can have these sleeves longer if you want, but I've just gone with the shorter sleeve. However, it does sit a little bit longer on me, so they do probably come down a lot further when they're supposed to. But that's fine, I didn't mind. I think it looks lovely anyway. I'm probably not going to change that. So I love it anyway. So yeah, all I've got to do now, you can see all my threads sticking out there. All I've got to do now is attach the skirt pieces and get that all finished, and then do the neckline. But I absolutely adore it. I mean, even this part, I've tried it on and I just love it. I just think it's fabulous. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on with that this weekend and see how I go. I ordered some more fabric from the place I ordered the fabric for the t-shirt by my dad, and I bought some beautiful polka dots. Can't go wrong with a bit of polka dots. So beautiful blue jersey with white spots on. You cannot go wrong, in my opinion. And this is really lovely quality. This is so, so nice. And my intention for this is probably a dress, a nice summery dress. I'm not quite sure what pattern I'm going to probably use for that. But I just loved that fabric. It's so lovely. And it was selling out really, really quickly. Again, it was the same seller I bought the other jersey from. And I have bought lots of fabric from this particular eBay seller. Their jersey is quite good, so I think that one that I bought my dad was just a bit of a fluke, that it was quite thin, and probably just not what I intended it to be. However, this one is lovely, really, really beautiful fabric. Yes, so I thought I'll make a lovely summery dress with that one. Looking forward to that. And then I had a bit of a disaster with the next fabric. So I looked at this fabric and I was kind of umming and ahhing about it, and I just delayed it too far. It was in my basket and I just didn't buy it quick enough, and it all pretty much all ran out and they only had 1 meter left. So I snapped it up. Anyway, it's a beautiful red fabric and it's coming up much brighter than it is. It's actually a very nice deep pillar box red, with the little white flowers on, with little kind of black detail, the black leaves on it, and I just thought it was amazing. I loved it. So I have only got 1 meter. However, when I looked at it, it's actually slightly larger. It's actually longer than 1 meter. So they probably just give me what was on the end of the roll. But yeah, I was just so annoyed. I thought, oh, why didn't I just buy it? Why did I ponder on this? I should have just bought it, and then I would have had 2 meters and I could have made a dress. But yeah, anyway, I had a bit of a disaster. I put this in the washing machine with the red cable knit fabric because I hadn't washed that, and I thought, well, they're both red. I'll put them in this washing machine together. I could see it going around in the washing machine, and I was thinking, oh, that's looking a little bit pink. Those flowers don't look white anymore. So anyway, when it came to it, that red cable knit, just masses of red came out of it, tons of red everywhere. Luckily, I didn't really put anything else in there that was going to be affected apart from this. So all the flowers were no longer white, they were all bright pink, and I was devastated. However, I have a little tip for if you've done that. Immediately put it straight back into the washing machine, 40-degree water, and don't let it dry, because if you let it dry, it somehow bonds that colour in and you won't ever get it out. So I've always found that if you just put it onto a wash straight away. I also add some soda crystals. So soda crystals are just cleaning crystals that you can buy from the supermarket, and they are ideally used for cleaning. So you can put them in your washing machine, and it cleans your washing machine out, stops it from building up line scale and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, if you put some of those soda crystals in again and then just let it wash again, it all comes out. So my flowers are white again. I think sometimes it works, other times it doesn't work, but it's worth giving it a go. So if you let the colour run on something, just stick it straight back in the wash straight away, don't let it dry. So I bought some other fabric while I purchased the other fabric that I was using for the twirl for my husband's shirt, which I haven't started yet, by the way. I'm too scared to do it, to be honest. But yeah, I purchased some just some poly cotton for making a twirl for my husband's shirt. But while I was on the site, I noticed that they had some other fabrics, and they had some chambray. And I thought, well, I'll purchase this chambray, and I actually really, really like it. It's turned up, and it's much nicer than I thought it was going to be. Now, the blue it's coming up on there is a lot deeper than what it is in reality. It's a much more softer blue. It's like a pale blue. I wouldn't know what to call this blue. It does remind me of a kind of Grecian blue, but when you say Grecian blue, you think of the deep blue colour, but it's not. It's a kind of more paler Grecian blue as well. and it's really beautiful, and I know he does really like this colour. He has had a shirt before in this colour. So I purchased it thinking it can be another twirl if it's rubbish. It's actually lovely, and it's got a lovely weave on it. I can't describe the weave, but it's got little flecks of white through it. I think you can see that there. It's not coming up very well. But it's really, really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I did buy, I think, 2 meters of it. So yeah, I thought, well, once I've got that pattern down, once I've made the twirl, and I can then make it in the other fabric that I bought, which is the linen look white fabric I bought from Minerva, I'm going to give this one a go as well, but this one will be a surprise. He won't know that he's going to get this one. That's my plans anyway, and I'm going to try and do that in secret without him knowing. So yes, and another thing that I was going to mention was my lovely friend who is also a yoga teacher. Probably one of my best friends that I've known for many, many years. I made some reusable face pads for her for Christmas. And I put them in a nice little jar. I did this actually for quite a few of my friends. And I just thought it was a nice idea. So I just bought a cute little jar just from, you know, a discount store that sells houseware stuff. And made these little pads. Just literally bought some tea towels and chopped them into squares. Used the one side, which is a tea towel, which is a little bit rough, so it's got texture to it. And then the other side, just some old jersey that I'd previously made a hoodie out of. And then overlocked the edges. And made quite a few of those. And those were the nice rough one. And I have actually used these, and they're really good. The rough side is very, very good for exfoliating your face and making your face really smooth. So it's good for your just general all over. And then I made cute little jersey ones, the soft side for the eye makeup, so you haven't got anything abrasive on your eyes. And then I bought lots of different fabrics, just cotton fabrics for the other side, so they had pretty details on them. And I had lots of different fabrics that I bought, just a selection. That's just one of them that I'd found that I'd still got left over. But I also, in the same fabric, I made a cute little makeup bag that went with it. So then the Sew Over It YouTube channel had a sew along for a makeup bag, I think at the end of last year, and I made makeup bags and gave my friends a little jar full of these reusable face pads. I just thought it was a really nice idea. I know a lot of my friends want to be more eco-friendly, you know, not use cotton wool, and try and be as environmentally friendly as possible. So I'd seen that you know, quite a few other sewing vloggers have done these. So I thought it's a good idea, and I do actually use them myself. They're a great way of using something that's your old scraps. If you've got any jersey or, you know, old tea towels. I mean, literally, I just bought a couple of tea towels, cheap tea towels for this. And they work great. They're much, much better than, you know, some of the other stuff I've used. So anyway, my friend said to me earlier this week that she wanted some more doing. So I'm going to do some more for her. So it's just another little project that I'm going to have to do in the coming weeks, just to give her as a little gift when I get to meet her soon. Hopefully it will be very soon, now that we are allowed to go out, and in the UK we're allowed to go to a pub and stand outside and have a drink, which we kind of suggested to each other, and then thought, maybe we'll wait for it to warm up a bit first. We can imagine that there's probably going to be quite a few people going out and hogging any form of heater that may be around. So we will wait until the weather warms up just a little bit more. So yeah, that's another project that I've got going on. So I think that's everything I had to talk about for my Friday sews. It's actually more there than I thought. I didn't think I'd have anything to talk about, and I've just rambled away, talked about everything. So we're on Thursday today, and this will come out, which will be Friday for you. And Saturday, I'm going to get my jab. I'm going to get my COVID jab, which I'm actually quite excited about. This sounds a bit insane, but I'm actually really looking forward to getting my jab. I don't think I've ever been excited about getting an injection ever before in my whole life, but I am actually looking forward to having the injection so that I can be safe. and go out. And because I know in the UK, from Monday just gone, we were now allowed to go to the shops. The shops have opened, hairdressers have opened, gyms have opened, but I am still really, really wary about going out. I don't really feel safe. So I haven't gone anywhere. So the idea of me going out now to somewhere is actually quite terrifying. I think I've become a little bit agoraphobic. I think I've become a little bit like, oh, I don't really want to go out now. So it's going to be a bit weird. I think trying to get back to normal, it's going to be very strange going back out into the world and trying to do normal things. Now at the moment the gyms have opened, but I'm not allowed to teach my classes. I'm still doing my online Zoom classes at the moment, but from March 17th I am allowed to start my classes up. And again, I wanted the jab before I start to do those, just so I feel safer, and also it's just helpful for my students to know that I have been vaccinated, and that they are safe to come to the classes. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. So I shall let you know next week how I feel about that. So I shall let you know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be great. I'll be fine. So yes, thank you so very much for watching this today, and I really hope that you've enjoyed what I've had to say on my Friday sews. And I look forward to next week and what I may be getting up to. I'm showing you what I've done. And if you've liked this, then please do hit the like button, and please do subscribe if you haven't already. I am so appreciative of everyone that has subscribed. So yeah, if you would like to subscribe, then please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get the notifications of all the vlogs that I put up in future. Have an amazing day, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend, and sending you all love and light, and see you next week. Take care.